Hey guys, it's late and I just got done listening to Diane's live. This is my commentary, this is just my opinion, so take it for what it's worth. The chat starts out a little late, but there was a lot of people in the chat. Good people. Makeup Mobster, Crazy Nurse Granny, Kiki Ramblings, and everybody was in there. That was pretty cool. And to see all of them in there just waiting. Everybody had their popcorn out and waiting for the show to start. So it started about 10 minutes late. Diane when she came on, she seemed like she really wants to do this fairly. She did not want to be biased and take sides, and she wants to hear each side of the story and get to the bottom of it. So, okay, so it starts out Diane's just giving a rundown of what happened in the first part, in part 1. She said there might be a part 3. Apparently, Molly and Tiffany said they were in a mouse strip club, but they did some investigation and it was not a mouse strip club, it was a female strip club. There was also a stripper that was supposed to be on the panel that was there who apparently got robbed that night. She backed out. So it's just Tiffany and Molly. That's it. So they start to go over the police report. Diane and Wendy are working on getting the subpoena, and the cop was wearing the video cam. So they're working on trying to get a hold of that. Tiffany was charged with theft, but I think they dropped it to a lower charge. But it does say on the documents that it was Marissa, not Tiffany. Molly reached out to Tiffany 5 days ago, and she apologized to Tiffany, and she said she should have done it a lot sooner, and she should have resolved this a long time ago. And yeah, I agree with that. Marissa starts her side of the story, and she said all along she was planning to plead guilty. She thought she was arrested for public intoxication and not theft. So when they got arrested, she's talking about how she was in the jail cell, and that there was this one guy, he was like, I don't know, doing some dirty stuff in the jail cell, and everybody in there was kind of raunchy, and it was like the worst night of her life, and she never wants that to ever happen again. He even returned her a crisp $20 bill. So if it was theft for $9, she's questioning why they just didn't take the $20. You know how she is. Then she starts talking about the meet and greet. So she is saying that she got arrested the night before the meet and greet. She told everyone at the meet and greet that they got arrested for stealing a lap dance. In my opinion, she knew well what she got arrested for. I don't think they just arrest you and just send you on your way and you don't know why you were arrested. Apparently you get some kind of paperwork, right? I mean, I don't know. And she goes into talking about how she gave this stripper a $20 tip, and how in New Orleans it's either you're really poor or you are at the top of the food chain. So the bartender was so excited that she gave her a $20 tip. She was hugging her and kissing her and for 2 drinks, and she was just so excited because they don't tip like that in New Orleans, according to Molly. In the beginning, it seemed like people in the chat were being respectful. Yes, I do have sinus problems. And to the woman who commented on my last video about how nasal I am Italian, and I have a deviated septum. So yes, I have very bad sinus problems, and that comes along with being 100% Italian. Sorry if you don't like it, you can just get off my channel, okay? Since you're gonna take me down anyway. And she called me a lush. A lush? I can't even tell you the last time I had alcohol. Like, drink? I take care of my kid, and she hopes I don't have kids. I take care of my kid. My daughter's in nursing school, She's gonna be something someday. What about you? Whatever. On the panel, they're laughing, they're having a good time, everything seems kosher. A question is asked. They want to get to the bottom of it. Is it possible that you guys were just so drunk and you don't know, what you guys were doing? And it just happened. And no, she knew what was going on and that didn't happen. And she said she knows how it feels to lose her freedom and she don't ever want that to happen again. Somehow, a Chris Watts reference gets thrown in there. Like, she kind of, what she does is, she's like, well, you don't know how people are. Like, she's comparing Tiffany. I don't know these people. Like, one day you wake up and a man kills his family and they're all dead and gone. And then the next day, everyone's saying he would never do something like that. So you just don't know. You don't know who you're dealing with. She just can't keep these people out of her mouth. Tiffany and her went to get something to eat. She was in the mood to party, and she said Tiffany really wasn't. Or she didn't think that she was. And Molly said it was her fault, because she was like, have you ever had a lap dance? Come on, let's go get a lap dance. She was in the mood to party. This chick was ready to go. I'll tell you something. Molly, or Marissa, for her age, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Like, my daughter is 19 and she still constantly needs my full attention. I could never be at a bar partying every night. I could never, I can't even tell you last time I was in a bar. I don't know. I clean, take care of my house, work, cook. I guess I live a boring life. I would never be able to keep up with her. I don't know where she gets all the energy from. I really don't. Diane does talk to the stripper. Even though she backed out of being on the panel, she asked the stripper about the purse and why her purse was left out. Apparently she's new to stripping and it was an accident. Also did identify Molly and Tiffany as being the two girls. They were just trying to get some answers out of her. I guess they figured she had already told them she wasn't coming on the panel. And she did identify Molly and Tiffany as the two that had stolen from her. And then Molly goes all saying, I'll give you, first she says $1,200 and some dollars to prove it was me. And then she changes it and then she says, I'll give her $500 to prove it was me that stole her money. Strip club, she didn't see Tiffany getting arrested. She heard her yelling, Marissa, we're getting arrested, we're getting arrested. At the same time, Marissa's talking to the police officers, and the next thing she knows, they're putting handcuffs on her too, and they're taking her away. So then she gets arrested. And then I guess she's in the jail cell and sees all that stuff. And maybe they just let her out on her own recognizance or sign herself out, and they had to be in court on, I think it was Monday. Someone asked the question that the chat really wants to know. And that's, will you apologize to Tiffany? Marissa says she has apologized to Tiffany privately. And she starts crying. But Tiffany does say that, yes, she did. She did apologize to her. Okay, here comes the good stuff. I knew she was going to lose it. I knew it. I just knew it. So, she's crying. She's crying, saying that they were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And Molly only trashed her because she had to protect herself. And she trashed her parenting. She trashed her because she had to protect Molly. Surprise, surprise. She starts saying, this isn't the jury of YouTube everybody would be kicked out if YouTube was the jury, and the judge would say this is nonsense. The craziness begins. She's talking, when she talked to Tiffany, she said, you know, my husband's not in the military anymore, but if there's anything he can do to help, I will try to help you. It seems like they have made amends. So, I mean, Tiffany's really not saying much, but it's Molly. Okay, what happened to drama-free Molly? Okay, so somebody on the panel asked, you were offered awful to her, and you bashed her, and you bashed her parenting. And she said, oh, here's her excuse. It was all because of the court. It was all because of the court and the court papers. Because they said, we have your friend on video stealing money. I don't know what I believe that comes out of her mouth. Tiffany thinks, she comes out and says she thinks that Molly is really sorry. And she believes and accepts her apology. I don't believe she's sorry, not at all. Tiffany thinks that Molly is really sorry, and the reason why she hadn't apologized earlier is because she was only thinking of herself. That's Marissa for you. Now comes the cursing and the F-bombs and the screaming and the yelling. Somebody brings up the chat and how the chat is like going after her. And she starts screaming, it's none of their business. It's none of their business. F them, F this. I'll hang up right now and I'll go to bed. You want me to hang up? Is that what you want me to do? You guys want to crucify me. I don't deserve any of this. Really? I think you deserve all of it. You brought it all on yourself, girlfriend.
Because there's 4 fucking people talking and trying to be not judgmental and trying to find a fucking resolution. But y'all want to fucking sit there and say Molly this, Molly that for fucking months, no matter what I fucking do. Anytime I do fucking good, I keep it a fucking secret. I don't fucking boast about it. I try to do the right fucking thing. Okay? Here I am fucking publicly apologizing to this fucking girl, and I'm getting my cell phone saying, get off of there. The chat is fucking bashing you left and right. I don't deserve that, okay? I am a mother as well. I am a fucking wife. I am a friggin' life coach. I work my fucking ass off. And I get fucking killed for it. You just want to fucking kill me over and over for it. And I don't know why.
She went from happy to sad to screaming. And I am only at, okay. So now she's threatening that she's going to hang up. She's getting ready to go. And that the chat, they have no business asking her any questions. And she'll leave and she'll go to bed.